Hi, I'm Laura.
And I'm Sochi.
And we're the Picasso sisters. Today, we're just going to show you these two looks that we did. I'm a vampire.
And I'm a witch. We're basically just going to show you what we did for our makeup and also what we're wearing.
So let's just get on with the video. So I first start off with a light brown shade in my crease just as the transition shade, just to define my eyes a little and prep for the other colors. And then I go in with a much darker brown and really define the crease and even wing it out a little so I could have like a little bit of a pointed edge. And now I'm just blending it all out to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And now I'm going to go in with a black just to really define everything and make it more dramatic. And now you just want to blend all that out so that again you don't have any harsh lines. And now since I blended a lot of it out, I went back in and added more just to really define my crease. And now you want to start adding it closer to your inner tear duct and just blend till you like it. And then I really take it down a lot more so that it looks more dramatic. Now I just go in with a white to brighten up my eye and to really clean up the line. And here I just picked up an even whiter shade that just has a little bit of a shimmer to just brighten everything up. Now since I'm barely starting to learn how to do my eyeliner, I like to go in with just a black shadow to first start off doing everything, just so that if I mess up it's easier to take off. And how I do my eyeliner, I just try to get as close as possible to my waterline, making just a thin line all over until then I'll start doing the tail and just really start making the edge, the outer edge, thicker. Now I'm just taking that light brown shade that I put in my crease and just taking it on my lower lash line and then going in with the black and just doing the rest and just kind of blending those two shades so that the lower lash line looks a little smoked out. Now what I'm doing is just going back in and filling in the line with some eyeliner to make it really dark. And now I'm just adding mascara to my top and lower eyelashes. And here I just started contouring with a darker, more like gray toned brown so that you look like your cheekbones look really sunk in, like you're dead. And I'm like doing it more dramatic than I normally would, and I'm doing the same thing to my nose but just a little, and now I'm just taking that onto my temples. So now I'm just adding a little bit of blush. You don't want to add too much because vampires don't really tend to have a lot of color because they don't have blood. Now I just started adding highlight, and you could add as much as you want. I was putting a little more than I normally would just because I really wanted to look more pale and like highlighted, because vampires look really youthful. So I just wanted to add more than I usually do. So now I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows, and all I do is just take this kind of like dry mascara and just run that through my eyebrows to make them a little thicker and darker. And now I'm just adding this red lipstick. It's kind of dark, and just putting that in. And right now I will be adding a lighter shade. It's more on the orange side to just like the inner part of my lips to make them look a little bigger. So yeah, that's the finished look. It's pretty much just a dramatic cut crease. I hope you liked it. So for the outfit, I just wore this corset that I got online from Corset Deal, and just some black skinny jeans and some black booties. And then I got this cape from a Halloween store, I forget which one. And yeah, so that's the outfit that I wore. Okay, so right here I'm gonna start by getting a orangey shade and blending that into my crease just to get a transition color and also to make the colors pop a little more. So the next thing I do is pick up a small blending brush, and I start adding a very almost like a plummy brown tone to the outer corner of my eye, and then I'll eventually add that to the lid. I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna do for this look. I just knew I wanted to do something a little dark and almost vampy to look Halloweenish. And so I end up adding that all over my lid. And then I pick up a darker color and I start putting that on the outer corner of my eye again, and blending that into the crease as well. And then I add a very reddish plum color to, it's a shimmer as well. You can't see it that much on the camera, but it's a shimmer, and I applied that all over my lid. And afterwards, I didn't like that. I feel like it wasn't dark enough, and it wasn't dark enough, and I felt like I needed something else, so I added a darker color. And then I start off with doing my contour, which is just a bronzer. And I put that on both sides of my cheeks just to warm up my face a little bit. And then I also add that onto the top of my forehead, and then just a tad bit on my jawline. Nothing too defined, just to warm up the face and give me a little bit of definition. Afterwards, I go in up to finish the eye, and I get the same reddish brown tone first, just to really smoke it out a little bit on the bottom. And then I grab the darker color and try to put that closer to the lower lash line. And then I just go back into the top and just darken it up just a little more to make it really dark and defined at the end. at the outer corner. And then I just keep blending it out. I try to really smoke it out just to make my eyes look a little more a little bigger and just like a more of a vampy look, so that your focus goes to the eyes. And then I just add on highlight. I wasn't going to add it on at first because I'm like, witches probably don't wear highlight, but I just can't do my makeup without putting highlight. And then I just grab some pink blush and just add just a little bit, just add some color onto the face, nothing too dramatic. And then I start by putting on this like a ruby tone lipstick. And once I finished applying it, I wasn't really liking the way it looked. So what I did was I grabbed a little bit of brown eyeshadow and I put that over it to just make it a little darker and a little more witch-like. And yeah, you could just keep doing that until you feel like you like it. Like if you want it darker, lighter, whatever. I just wanted it to look a little darker than the initial lipstick color. That's why I added that brown shadow. And then I start coating my lashes with an Alima Pure mascara. I'll do the top and bottom lashes with that. And last but not least, I'll put just like a brown pencil liner. I'll put that on just to make my eyebrows look a little darker. Nothing to shape them, just to add the color. And that is the finished makeup look. And for my outfit, all you really have to do is find any black dress. I'm pretty sure everyone has a black dress in their closet. And then some pointy shoes. I only had red ones, so that's what I decided to wear. And then I also got this hat from the thrift store for only 50 cents. So you can go to your local thrift store and get a hat, or I'm sure that hats at any Halloween store aren't too expensive. And that's it for the outfit. Thank you for watching.
And if you guys enjoyed these looks, like and subscribe.